Today we're taking a look at a Cyelee Chameleon G for green dot, and that's coming up next year on Jesse B Outdoors. Welcome back everybody, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Leave a comment down below if you like videos like this. First off, I'd like to thank Cyelee for sending this out to the channel. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to take it over to the table, do a really quick unboxing, show you everything it comes with, tell you some of the features about it. Then we're going to take it outside, beat it up a little bit, drop it in some water, see if it handles that, and if it passes all that, we are going to mount it up and take it out to the range. So let's go ahead and get started. Now we're at the table, and you can see the packaging is very nice on here. Very nice and legible. I like the new packaging they have on this. This is fully submersible, and we will be checking that out here in this video. But for the packaging, it's very nice. So let's go ahead and get everything out of this and show you what it comes with. Now this comes with a bunch of stuff here. I cannot believe how much this comes with. Nice job on that, Cyelee. First thing I always like to look at is the manual here to make sure it is legible. And you open it up there, it is very nice and legible. You can read everything just fine, always like that. Then it comes with a card about adjustment. And then it tells you another one with another card here, where to zero it at. You got your cleaning cloth, the dot. This comes with a patch. I don't think I've ever seen a company give a patch. There's a sticker, all the wrenches you need. And then we got 2 bags of screws here. I mean, that is a pretty thick bag right there. And here is another thick bag with all kinds of screws. Then, of course, you got the dot. Now, let's look at that dot real quick. All right, now I just want to take a quick look at the dot here. Looks very nicely set up. One thing I do notice on this, there is no rear sight on that. So, if you guys don't like that, this might be something against it. Might be a negative. I really don't care on that. Looks very nice. I don't see anything wrong with it. I'll tell you one thing I do like is that glass is set back pretty good on there. So if you do take any impacts on the front, that glass is protected. Now one thing I do want to mention right now before we take this outside and test it, usually with this SRO style red dots, if you hit them on the top, they will break the glass. That's just nature of the beast. So when I do my testing, when I beat it down, I'm going to be beating it on the sides and on the bottom because I don't want to break it before I even get a chance to shoot it. But the reason why I do that is because I like testing the Optic out first, beating it up and see if I can wreck it in water before I even get it to the range. And that's why I do it that way. So let's go ahead. And man, you hit that dot and that is right on there. Of course, my camera doesn't do it justice. But let's go over some of the features about this. The Chameleon features a RMR cut, which is like a 407C or a 507C footprint. It comes with 10 different settings. It has 8 for regular and then 2 for night vision. It has what they call motion deactivated standby, otherwise known as shake awake, and that turns off after 5 minutes. It comes with a top load battery, and that battery has 50,000 hours battery life, which is probably on the lowest setting, and that battery is a CR1632. The windage and elevation has 1 MOA click adjustments. The window size on this is 1.4 inches by 0.89 inches. It is parallax free, and the dimensions on this is 2 inch by 1.9 inch by 1.25 inches. And another feature I really like is it comes with a limited lifetime warranty. Alright, now we're outside to do the beat down test of it. What I got here is the dot mounted on the rail, and you can see right there that the dot is on. So I'm going to just start beating it on its side. Beat it on the other side. Alright, let's check this and see if the dot is still there. And you can still see the dot right there. Let's beat it on the bottom. I am going to give it a couple whacks on the top, just so nobody can say I'm trying to give it any leeway. So now what I want to test out is that glass in the front, how I said it was set back. Alright, hit it in all those spots. Let's see if I can get it on here. Once again, I can see the dot off screen. Let me see if I can get this set up a little bit better here. There we go. You can see that dot now. Alright, if we jarred anything loose, we would know by now that we jarred it loose. Try to get it set up here again. I'm going to double check it. Yep, I can see it off camera. On camera, this thing is hard to get in here, but it is working just fine. See if I can get this to go here. There we go. Now we can see it right there. Working just fine. Now let's dump it in the water. I'm going to bring the water right over here. Put it right on top of that. And we're going to put it in. I did see some bubbles come out. Now, I always say in this video, I want to demonstrate. I kind of go at my testing at an EDC standpoint. I don't dunk it in the water for like a half hour like other people do. Basically what I'm trying to do with this is I'm trying to simulate dropping it into like a mud puddle. Say you know you're fighting, your gun got knocked out of your hand, it went into a mud puddle. Because to me, if your gun is underwater for a half hour and you're in an EDC situation, you're not going to be worried about your dot being wrecked in the water. You got other stuff going on you need to worry about more. You're just in a bad situation. So that's why I like doing my testing like this. I've had people ask me, and I go at it from an EDC standpoint. So I just like leaving it in for like 30 seconds or so is what I like doing. So now we are going to pull it out here. You can see that there was water in it. And I'm going to see real quick if I can see it. Yes, I can see it. See, I'm going to get this water wiped off here real quick. I'm going to keep talking so you guys know I'm not cutting away or anything. Just wiping this lens off to get it to see if we can get this to come up here. And once again, right there, you can see the dot. Perfectly fine. So let's get this mounted up, take it out to the range, and have some fun with it. Alright, now we're outside on this beautiful day here, and the first thing I'd like to do is thank a viewer for sending out the 147 grain bullets we're using today and the CCI primers. So what we're going to do for the first shots here, I'm going to go at the big IPSC target here. I already sighted the gun in, so we shouldn't have no issues, but I just want to make sure we're hitting dead on, so let's go ahead and start. Alright, looks like I'm pulling a little bit right. That's me. Let's go for the gong. Alright, let's go for the big silhouette. Little silhouette. Alright, coyote. Let's see if we can pop the coyote in the head. Alright, not bad on that. And let's try the bowling pin. You guys can see there's not much left of it. And we blew some more pieces off of it. I've actually never shot the plastic completely off of that before, but we shot it with a lot of 22 and it actually came off. Let's try the small plate here. Alright, and we pop that with no problem. First impressions here, the glass is very clear and I'm not seeing any star bursting at all. And I do have astigmatism, and that's what this dot's made for. I think I'm going to like this setup. Alright, with this magazine here, I want to go for the smaller targets here. We already went for the plate and the bowling pin. Let's go for the poppers here real quick. Let's go for the MGM popper. Alright, let's go for the gopher. Alright, I was hitting a little bit low on that. Now you guys see a new target here. There is a dueling tree over here. I am not that great of a shot. I'm going to attempt to try to hit the very top pedal on that dueling tree. Let's see what happens. Alright, I did smack that around. Let's try the 6-inch target. Alright, pop that. Let's go back to the dueling tree and try to knock it back around. Ooh, missed it on the last shot. I think I'm going to have more fun with that with a 22 where I could be more steady. Well, that's probably going to be a fun addition. Alright, now with this magazine, what I want to do is I want to go from left to right on the big targets, do some double taps here to see how good I can pick this up here. Not too bad. I think I missed a couple, but I could see it very good. Let's load up some more mags. Alright, this magazine, I want to try to see if I can snack that arm around on the dueling tree again. Hit the wrong one. Oh, I'm all over on that. That's alright. Let's go back to that bowling pin and see if we can blow it. Alright. Looks like that thing is about shot. Not too bad at all. Alright, this magazine, I just want to go back and forth between the silhouettes here. I'm liking this, I'm liking it. So what's my final thoughts here on the Cyelee Chameleon for people with astigmatism? I absolutely love this dot here. It is crystal clear. I can pick that dot up perfectly fine. I like that the cover, basically this is made for competition or carry. The cover is like an SRO. That does have a downside to it, that if you smack it hard on top, you could break the glass on it. That is just something that you get with these. Another thing people could say that's a negative is it don't have a rear sight on it. And pretty much, guys, that's all I got for negatives on this. When I sighted this in, this is one of the easiest dots I've had to sight it in. Audible and tactile clicks on it. I really don't have much else bad to say about it. All the buttons on it, as soon as you hit the button to turn it on, it is on. Same way with shutting it off, it shuts off quick. I've had other dots that take forever to turn on and turn off. I really like this. But I think this is going to be a perfect setup for my Bear Creek Arsenal BC 101 here. And I think I'm going to really enjoy it. So like I said here, this thing is going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a perfect setup here for my Grizzly BC 101. So as always, don't forget to check out the links down below. Down there I have links to Axle Hearing Protection, 704 Gear Hearing Protection, Gators Eyewear, and I'll also have some discount codes down there to save you guys money. And there just might be one down there for this dot. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Leave a comment down below. We are One Nation Under God. And I'll see you all on the next one.